Here's the solution for day 3. Solve the absolute value equation algebraically and graphically. So let's start algebraically. To solve an absolute value equation, take the expression that's inside the absolute value bars and set it equal to the number they give you. But then write the word OR and make another equation where that expression is equal to the opposite of the number they gave you. Because if this expression inside turns out to be a positive 5, when you take the absolute value, you'll get 5. But if this happened to turn out to be negative 5 and you took this absolute value, you would still equal 5. Now solve both of these equations to get the answers. This makes 2x is equal to 6, therefore x is equal to 3. This one over here makes 2x equals negative 4, therefore x is equal to negative 2. So there are two answers for x, 3 and negative 2. Now let's solve this graphically. I'll bring my calculator onto the screen. For y1, I want to type in the left side of the equation. It has absolute value bars, so we need to put them on the calculator. Push math, then go over to number, and the very first choice says ABS. Notice that it makes the lines on the screen. If your calculator is not in this new print mode, it'll say ABS with parentheses on the screen, and that would also mean absolute value. 2x minus 1 goes in the bars, and then down arrow, and for y2 put 5. Now push graph. This V shape is the absolute value, and the horizontal line crosses through 5. We want to know for what x values the one equation is equal to the other. So you can see this point of intersection right here seems to line up vertically with negative 2 on the x-axis. And this point of intersection seems to be straight up above positive 3 on the x-axis. Those are our two answers for x. We can have the calculator calculate those for us. Press second, calculate, choice 5, use the cursor to move as close as you can to the intersection point, and press enter 3 times. Notice in the bottom corner of the screen it says x equals negative 2. We can get the other intersection point in the same way. Press second, calculate, choice 5, and then cursor over until you're smack dab on the intersection, and press enter 3 times. And it says intersection, x equals 3. Let's graph that one onto the rectangle on the bellwether. Here's the y-axis and the x-axis. And I have the standard window, so 10 marks in all directions. And now the V-shaped curve. We want to put it on there accurately. So if you're not quite sure exactly where it touches, you can always look at the table. Second, table. And then with these values, we can get some dots. For instance, I see that negative 1, 3 is a dot on the curve. I see that negative 2, 5 is on there. I see that 0, 1 is on the curve. That 1, 1 is on there. If I scroll down a little bit, I can see more x values. For instance, 2, 3. I think this is the V shape. Remember, there's also a horizontal line crossing at 5. This spot right here and this spot right here are our points of intersection at negative 2 on the x-axis and at positive 3 on the x-axis.